Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. I'm gladly to share what I know about the language, and this is kind of like my study note that I'm discovering along the way as well. Because even if as a native English Chinese user, like I don't exactly know what's the stories behind each character, since it has such a long tradition and evolution of the character, and there is such a subject in Chinese academics. It's a kind of old Chinese, ancient Chinese, to trace down to the source of the language. So last time we talked about 固体燃料. It's our wordy way to say solid fuel, and 固 is a solid, and fuel is 燃, but we have to pair it with some other Chinese characters to make sure we have no we have to clarify the meaning of each character, because each one could have like a spoke of meanings, and then we have to connect the two to make sure it's locked. It's in this position. This is what we mean. So 固体, it's solid, and 燃料 is fuel. And today we have 充分燃烧. So 燃, again, this burning dog meat on fire, and eventually we add another fire on the side to make sure it's fire related. And this is our burn symbol, 燃. Ancient way, just without this fire symbol on the left, it still means burn, because the whole thing gives you that image of what is doing there, what's going on there is burning, right? And 烧 is another way to say burn, but a little bit variation. So we have the fire symbol on the left. This is the original way, right? Instead of like this is later add on. So this fire symbol, meaning maker, already there. And on the right side was the sound maker, but here the meaning makes sense too. We have soil. So we have two horizontal lines and one vertical line. That's our soil symbol. We repeat it 3 times. So when Chinese repeat 3 times, often it's placed as 1 on the top, 2 at the bottom. So this is our structure to mean there are a lot of soil stacking up over there. So it's a big pile of soil. And at the bottom is human figure, the 2 legs and the torso, and then we have a horizontal line, which is an indicator to mean, okay, it's over here. So it's over here, and on top of it is stacking a pile of soil. It doesn't make sense visually, right? But it's, Chinese, the language formed was not taken as literally sometimes, right? Like burning dog meat, that's pretty literal. This may not be a literal interpretation. This means the height is tall. We say it in 2 ways. One is stacked up pile of soil, and the other one is this person all up to the person's neck level, basically. So neck level based on the human stick, neck level high, or a pile of soil high. So both are saying the same thing, means something tall. And we say it in 2 ways, and stack up together. And if we have to come up with a way why the soil is placed on top of a person instead of a person placed on top of soil, isn't that more physically feasible? Yes, but if we want to make up a story of why soil is placed on top of a head position figure, we could see, okay, on top of to a human, the neck level is pretty high level, right? And if you can see on top of this level, still more pile of soil are showing on top of this head level, that kind of extended further to give you a concept of how tall that is way taller than the neck level of a person. Makes sense, right? And this sound maker, something tall, with the fire symbol, we can say this kind of burning is kind of bonfire, like a big fire burning, because it's something tall. It's a tall fire. And I don't know why I translate it into Kindle, but Kindle is like starting a small pile of fire. This is kind of an opposite. It's already burning, big fire, it's tall. And I don't want to put burn either, like two burns. It's redundant, right? But as I said, because of this Chinese language locking system, we have to use a ren and a shao together, burn twice to tell the language user that each of them actually means burning, literally just burn. Okay, so that's about the burn side. And then now that's kind of like the descriptor of what kind of burn. We have 充分. 充 means fully, but it came from this image of big-headed kid, child, and then grow with long legs. And I guess this is a headgear or something. So this is basically describing the human development from a baby, big-headed baby, and growing. The limbs eventually catch up, grow longer, and old enough to wear some kind of hairdo. So hairdo, I mean, again, in ancient times, babies have a certain hairdo. And when they pass into adulthood, there will be such kind of ceremonial way to transform their hairdo to signify they pass to the next stage in life. And so it's like a still baby face, big head, but have some hairdo already and have the legs already. So that means a human baby fully grown, at least physically, even if the head may still be a baby face, or the thinking is still babyish, but the body already fully grown. So it could mean that, or it could just signify the beginning of a human, which starts from the baby, signaled from this circle, and then the end of human development, which is long torso, long legs, and with a certain adult hairdo. So in any case, this emphasizes this growth, this baby to adult, full grow process in this simple, visual representation. Isn't it amazing? And that we abstracted into meaning of it's fully developed. So it's like a baby fully developed to fully equipped a human adult. So that's our fully concept. And 分 came from separation, right? This left and right mirror image, but it's separated. Originally, it was like this. This is a human figure. And then we often use that to mean it's a separation. And then the middle is our knife symbol. I know ancient knife look like that. But this is basically cutting something, split it into two. So by cutting, splitting, we're kind of separating. So separating is like classifying. And by classifying, we're kind of putting things into different lots, right? And eventually can manage that, give them a score, a sequence, or whatever. That's how we started, like be able to manage things. So this from the original meaning of separation, separate these two elements, eventually adopt the meaning of we assign a score to it. Because we can separate it, then we can distinguish, we can score them, right? So 充分. So 分 is the word action. It pronounced as 分. When it becomes falling tone, it's a 分. It's like a separated pieces. So it's like one piece, one portion of that. And also eventually each portion have its own score, its own marking, its own like evaluation basically. So 充分 is like a fully evaluation, 100% basically. 充分 means 100, fully used, fully scored, maxed out in its whatever measurement it is. And in terms of pairing with 燃烧, it's burned through. It's already, all the fuse are fully burned. There's no unstarted pieces over there. So that's our 燃烧, 充分燃烧. So 充分燃烧, I try to find an English expression. I find Burndown, which is amazing concept. That's kind of new to me, but I probably came up with that before. So there is turned out to be two types of burn in English. Attach that meaning of burning, fire related to this burning energy related in contemporary work environment. So we have this burn down chart, which is about over time, how much effort you put in, and then how much result you get. So this burn down about, we start from this much pile of work to do, and we eventually spend time and we chisel off to finish parcel until like burn it down, fully completed. That's our burn down view. And there's also burn up view. It's like you started by doing nothing, right? And then you do a little bit each day, you're cumulatively doing a little bit more, like pile up. So that's a burn up view. And then there is this, work comparison, like how much you need to do. You should reach this high of work. And there's added work and the remove work. So that work volume will change. And then you kind of catch up meeting with that expected workload. So this burn down in English management term simply means the amount of work you finish, and use a burn down as a analogy of how much fuel or work or energy you put in to finish this big pile of work. So you try to get close to the x-axis, which is nothing left undone. Okay, that's our 充分燃烧, cashing into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.